the one thing we cannot deny is that a good sunscreen will save lives. There is just no science that's proving us otherwise at this point. But what we do want to know, of course, is what is going on to our skin. So I'm lucky today to be joined by Emma, the founder of The Kind Sunscreen, which just, Emma, even in its name, sounds like we're already doing good for ourselves. How did The Kind come about?
Yeah, the backstory was that I had my boy. He was 8 months old. He had an anaphylactic reaction. He had a bit of smoothie and it just reacted to him. So we ended up in an ambulance to the hospital. And then he had prickly skin. So then it would just, all of a sudden he would get this rash from God knows what. It would just come. And so we were going away. We were living in a country town at that point, and we were going away, and I was never a fan of sunscreen myself. But then, of course, when you have a baby that's got new skin, you start to think about it. And we would forget sunscreen all the time. So one day I was just sitting on my floor in my living room, and I was like, you know what they need? In a hotel, they have free shampoo and conditioner. Why don't they have a free little bottle of sunscreen?
Great idea. No-brainer, right?
Sense, right? Yeah, exactly. So that's actually where it started. So then I started to investigate. And I had a friend that was one of the owners of the Khalil setting up at that point. And so I messaged her and I said, I've had this idea. What do you think? Have you heard about it? She's like, no, that's a great idea. You know, go and see what you can find out. So that's where it started. And then once I actually got into the process, it was like, right, what do I want this to be? And I want it to be very minimal in ingredients. I've always been very conscious of ingredients. Everything I eat is minimal, under 10 ingredients must be. So then I found a TGA-approved lab in Australia. So for sunscreen, it's considered a medicine in Australia, which I didn't know because it prevents skin cancer. So it must be produced in a TGA-approved lab. So then it was finding that lab that wants to work with natural ingredients, organic, sustainably sourced ingredients, and then working with them to really strip it back, make it effective, but also get rid of that white cast that all natural sunscreens have. I'm a Sunshine State girl all the way. And then when you're young, you don't even think about your skin, do you? You just think, oh, you're fine. And then it was always full of chemicals. I knew that. And so I just didn't really want to put it on my skin. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't until probably 37, I guess, that I started wearing sunscreen. Mm-hmm. And then when I turned 40, I really noticed the sun damage. So then I became very religious about it. This is what we're trying to educate everybody on, right? Start early. Yes. Prevention versus treatment, particularly for women, because we're all trying to treat our sun damage.
That's it. And we know now, look, the schools are getting so good at ensuring that there's pumps available, that there's sunscreen everywhere. They've obviously got their no hat, no play policies, which I think for the next generation is amazing. For the lost generations, our parents and, of course, us, and I'm a good Queensland girl too, you know, there is nothing better. And we all know that obviously the vitamin D and the goodness that we're getting out of the sun is also essential to our health. But you're right, lathering yourself in perhaps something you've never considered that could be doing you more harm than good before, has now become one of those problems. Do I wear sunscreen or do I brave my naked skin out in the sun? And you, of course, have come up with a great solution for us, which is The Kind. So what ingredients is going to protect our skin that's not going to do us harm?
So zinc. Zinc is one of the safest ingredients, and it does a physical barrier on your skin. Mm-hmm. So one of the things, obviously, when I was developing it was that it would be kind for baby skin too. Still with babies under 6 months, always try and keep them out of the sun. You know, that's just, the skin is so new. But I really wanted an option there for new mums, as I was a new mum. So, you know, zinc is the number one sun protector. And then we've got oils, not all sustainably sourced, but as many as we can and organic, just to make sure that we've got that nice dispersion when we're putting it on the skin. It feels nice. Mm-hmm. And, there's only 9 ingredients. It's very minimal.
Comes under your magic recipe of 10.
It does, exactly.
So obviously zinc going on itself, I mean, we even know the coloured zincs that you can get, which, heaven forbid, great for a dress-up day, but not good for every day. You don't want to be down there on the beach with your fluoro pink zinc on. But as you say, zinc itself is quite clayey when it's on the skin.
Yes. And it can be quite drying too. So that's why we put those natural oils into formula, just to make sure that when you are putting it on, you get that nice coverage. And it's nice to put on your skin too. You know, with some sunscreens, not that nice to put on. Some of them can be really oily or really watery, and, you know, it takes a while to get into your skin. And it's actually what I've found, which is what I really love, is I get a lot of parents saying, oh, my kid likes wearing your sunscreen. They like putting it on. And that's great, right?
Well,
you want kids to like.
Yeah, it's like a kid saying, hey, I love Brussels, Mum, give me some more of those.
Exactly.
So how does it feel? Do you get like a layer? Can you see? Because obviously a lot of the sunscreens that we have been using, they rub right in and disappear. Does the kind sort of give you that zinc-like look on your face?
No. So I've actually got it on under a bit of foundation right now. But when you first put it on, you'll see a slight white cast, obviously on your skin all over. But it does settle down. It's just a matter of really smoothing it out and making sure that you wait. But you should wait anyway 20 minutes before going out into the sun. And then it just comes down to a nice coverage.
And you can wear it under makeup?
Yeah. I wear it every day now.
Bonus. So it is something that, again, should be just a part of our beauty wellness routine.
Yeah, definitely. It's not a grudge item. Don't buy it, you know, begrudgingly at the chemist or the store as you're going through. It's so important. It's just so important for every day into your routine, all through the year, all the seasons. Just make it part of your morning routine.
As you said, you started to notice some skin damage in your 40s. How have you gone with your checkups? Yeah,
fine. I did have a little one on my bicep cut out. But other than that, I'm okay right now. Lucky. My dad's got good skin. He's never had a skin cancer, and I've got his skin. So I'm lucky in that respect. Yes, but I am much, much, much more diligent now.
So what is it in other sunscreens that you recognised as being on the evil side rather than on the helping side? What were the ingredients that we're looking out for?
Yeah, those ones that the benzoate, those ones that are not only bad for your skin because they can interrupt your hormones, they're actually bad for the reef and the marine life too. So, you know, it's really important to be conscious and care about what the ingredients are of your sunscreen, not just for your skin, but for the environment. So, yeah, read your labels, I think, is the thing to take away. Oxybenzone, that's another one.
Well, I know on the back of the kind, there's not a lot there that you can't actually ingest yourself, which is great. A great thing to be putting on your skin. But tell us about your ethos as a company. Obviously, the packaging is hugely important to you as well.
Yes, it is. So it's all recycled card and recycled, repurposed plastic. The only thing that's not is the lid, but it's because it has to be a certain seal. But we're working on a way to try and recycle that. And then all of our packaging that we send out, that's all just reused out of warehouse. So boxes come in, boxes go out. We don't buy new ones. Our tissue paper is recycled that we send out. Stickers are all produced on recycled paper. Everything is just very much, we are trying to repurpose. That's really, so we want to be, you know, kind to skin, kind to the environment, kind to the community, everything.
What a great Aussie brand this is. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm really proud of it, actually. It's 2 years now, almost 2.5.
And going from strength to strength, what comes next for the kind?
Well, so the next thing is global expansion, I think. It's really to try and go northern hemisphere. We're going to start with Asia and then go worldwide. We want to really make sure that people know the importance of sunscreen and start wearing it. That's our goal, to get people just really on board with the environmental side of it too. There are waterways that are now being banned with chemical sunscreens, like Hawaii was one of the first ones to do it. So, you know, it is going to become a bigger thing, this reef-friendly sunscreen. Mm-hmm. We're going to tackle the northern hemisphere, and Asia, here we come. And Brilliant. Then, we'll see from there. We're always working on other products in the background, but the important thing to us is getting people to know that it is important to wear sunscreen. But not only that, it's important to know the ingredients and that it is worth spending the money to get a good sunscreen rather than buying one that's, you know, main ingredients is water to cheapen the formula, to mass produce, to get it out there.
Mm-hmm.
And also prevention versus treatment.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
I know that this is an SPF 30. And can you just give us a little recap and a lesson on what actual SPF and then the number means?
Right. So sun protection factor, SPF. 30 is so the amount of minutes that you can stay in the sun. So reapplication every 2 hours is ideal. Obviously, you're indoors. It's not so important. And then with the SPF 30 versus 50, it's such a minute percentage. Mm-hmm. We do get asked a lot for SPF 50, and we are exploring that. The thing with an SPF 50 is you've got more zinc, so it does give you a little bit more of a white cast. And also we find that if you put on an SPF 50, you think you're safe, right? I've done SPF 50, I'm safe
good all day. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So with SPF 30, still letting a bit of the vitamin D in, but it's also sort of saying, well, hey, you've got to keep reapplying. Like it's not everlasting protection once in the morning and off you go.
Well, a huge congratulations to you and the team at The Kind. As you say, it's
just me, actually.
It's just you. Yeah. No team.
Well, I've got a beautiful girl who helps me with social media. But yeah, it's just me.
Emma, congratulations to you.
Thank you. It's a really big achievement. I'm very, very proud of it.
Absolutely it is. And the fact that, as you say, be kind to yourself, be kind to the environment, be kind to the reef, look after your skin. And look, a great Aussie product by a great Aussie girl. And we are thrilled to be stocking it at You Must Try.
Thank you, Shelley. That's so kind of you.